Showbiz. Earlier this week, I was in London on Tuesday. I was at a gig on Tuesday night, and whilst I was in town, I caught up with Anastacia. She has sold, get this, 30 million records worldwide, had a string of hit albums over here, and her new greatest hits, The Ultimate Collection, is released tomorrow. We met up in a studio in central London for a bit of a chat. Anastacia, lovely to see you here in London. Thank you so much for seeing us. You said to me before, when you come over to Europe and you come to the UK, London's a bit of a base for you. It's almost like a second home for you.
Yeah, it is. My manager lives here. I have quite a few friends here now, and it just seems the place to want to go to, and it feels very comfortable.
I mean, you're tweeting about go to Tesco to buy your album. I mean, you're a fully fledged Brit now, aren't you?
I know, that was really a little odd. I didn't know if that felt right or not, and I'm like, I don't know how people are going to take that, but I was like, but I am kind of excited to go to Tesco and buy one of my albums. Maybe if someone else buys it, maybe I could sign it. Maybe I'll just have a full-on in-store. You know, like, these are things that go on in my mind at 3 o'clock in the morning.
When you lie awake. New record then, yeah, The Ultimate Collection. All the hits we know and love, a couple of new ones as well. We'll hear one of them in a second. I want to rewind, though. Let's go back in the day, as we say. I read that you were originally a dancer, not a singer. It
was the way it all started. I went to a club, and I was underage with my mother, and the gentleman that owned the club allowed us to go in, you know, as long as I was with my mother. And I just loved music. So I would just dance by myself, and I loved the music. There was something about music and my body and what it felt that I never had technical training, but people would always ask me if I was a dancer. And so I got into videos. I got into Salt and Pepper's video. I got into a few different people's videos. And getting into those videos is when producers were like, well, I mean, can you sing? You know, and when they asked me if I could sing, I just, of course, would be like, oh my God, they want to take me on a date. That's so gross. You know, I mean, immediately. And I'm just like, well, everyone sings. In my ignorance, I thought everyone sang because my mom sang, my father sang. And so when I would go and sing, I would sing whatever way they wanted me to sing. If they wanted me to sing a little bit churchier, I'd sing churchier, I'd sing this. But I didn't really know what my inner voice sounded like because I hadn't really exercised it ever. And when David Massey heard my voice and heard the things that I like to do, he saw that as a plus and just let me run with it. And that's what you hear, is just me just doing my thing. And then from what David, signed, that gave us in 2000 your first album, Not That Kind. Number 2 over here. Second album, Freak of Nature, in 2001. Another top 5 album, I think that was. And then 2004, the third album, Anastacia, the number 1 album. You're kind of smiling here. Is that what you're working towards as a musician? Is that the ultimate dream, to get the number 1 album, or is it something else? Everything was happening so fast. I didn't even know what I was supposed to do. To be honest, I also, being an American artist and happening so big everywhere else, but America, in the scheme of things, I was an American signed artist worldwide, but the music just was not being carried off into America. They were just putting me in every other country but that. I think part of my heart always felt a little unaccomplished. So I don't know that I ever really felt accomplished when the number 1 came around, or understood. Are you sure it's number 1?
Very sure.
I don't really get it, really. Because when I go home, I still have to tell them my Starbucks name.
With a name like Joff, I have to spell it out as well. And with all the highs, the album sales and everything else, the tours, I know you just recently finished your Resurrection tour, all the success you've had. I mean, like all of us, there have been lows as well. Breast cancer affecting you twice. But unlike most people in the limelight, you haven't shied away from talking about it over the years, including in the video for your new single. There's part of it about that. Yeah. Why go through and put it out there?
It's who I am. I don't ever want to run away from what has made me a better person. And cancer and Crohn's has definitely made me a better person. It made me a lot more sensitized to the morals and the values of things. I think that I am a far better person having had even my second cancer. From my first cancer alone, I was an even stronger person to take on the second cancer because of the first cancer. I was able to, it was a harder road to go down, but I definitely knew what I was going to do. I wasn't as scared as I was the first time.
Talk to me about Take This Chance. It's the new single, one of the new singles on the Ultimate Collection. I read this was written somewhat unconventionally via Skype, scraps of paper everywhere, and your family kicking around in the background.
It's so true.
It is true.
It's so true. It's the weirdest way that I had to write a song. Usually I'm in a studio and, but I was on tour and my mom and my brother were visiting and it was color day and we all were getting our hair colored by my colorist, and I had these pull doors to get to my bedroom, and then the living room was on the other side, and I only had a certain time to Skype with my co-writer, and I said, okay, I gotta go. I'm gonna go and do this Skype call, and I just closed the door. But once I was in the bedroom on the bed with the Skype call, Skyping away, finishing the song, getting the song kind of locked and loaded, I don't realize my family's over there just listening to us create a song. But I came back out and everybody had really nice blonde hair.
That's the main thing.
That was really the most exciting part, is that everybody had great color.
We better play your new song. Can you do your intro thing for me? Introduce your record for me.
The intro thing. Ladies and gentlemen, I am very honored to share with you a song off the Ultimate Collection, first single called Take This Chance. Enjoy.
It is new from Anastacia and Take This Chance. It's off her new album, The Ultimate Collection, which is out on Friday, tomorrow. Thanks to Anastacia for seeing me on Tuesday. She's a busy girl, she is.